Hello. Starting season 26 of the league. It's hard to believe we've come so far. He's gonna be playing a Crypt cage match with Marcus. Crypt is a pretty neat little card, and I think overall quite good. Well, quite okay. It gets outclassed by trashing, but when there isn't trashing, or treasure trashing specifically, it can be quite nice. So, anyway, we'll see how it goes. I have a 5-2, which I'm pretty pleased with here, though I'm not, I guess, fully sure. Well, I mean, it looks like a cultist opening is pretty safe. Crypt will probably be pretty okay here at some point. I think you're just gonna want to have a lot of cultists, and then I suppose work your way up the treasure chain to get to the old platinums. This is nice, very nice to hit the cultist here. Get a ruin in on his shuffle and probably buy another cultist. Maybe not, but pretty likely. With really, really good draws, this could snowball out of hand. Because in theory, I could give him 3 ruins over the next 2 turns, but that's would take very nice luck for me. So I didn't find it here, but that's alright. Still gonna just pass on these 2s. This isn't the greatest shuffle ever to trigger, but he's got these dungeons, which will be pretty nice for him. I'm only gonna get into 2 cards. There are the 3. This, I'm not sure about this, but I think I've gotta stop here. I'm gonna give at least 4 ruins. He didn't get a dungeon down this time, so not as big a deal. It's definitely a strange board. This will be my 5th ruin, so at least tie there. I kind of like silvers more than dungeons, just with the terminal draw and also with palace. I'm not sure how much we're gonna be able to build up here, to be honest. Right now, I guess we're not too terribly far off from one another. Except he has these dungeons, which are pretty nice. I think I will probably just keep buying cultists until they're gone, and then if I hit 5, I'll buy a crypt. I guess on a cycle. I mean, maybe it would have been better to get a crypt into the shuffle. I'm not really sure on that. Probably should have held off playing that cultist, actually. That was probably pretty stupid. there was not really anything to be gained triggering that shuffle. Although I guess there was a fair amount of junk kept out of it. Someone who gets a big crypt turn, well, if you pull a lot of treasures out of your deck, now you've got ruins and green cards. So that's not it's not maybe the most, it kind of helps you spike money somewhat on the future turns, but yeah, I really ought to not have triggered that one shuffle. I think. There he gets his first palace. I'll go ahead and get mine. I'm not sure how many silvers I have, 3 or 4. I probably want to get that's a really nice turn to get the crypt on. Yeah, I mean, you could easily draw the crypt in a hand like this, you know. So there's some luck to getting your crypt to be really nice if you get it on the end of a cultist chain or whatever. Though once you get one good one, then the future ones are a little easier. So let's hope that we draw 5 treasures in a crypt, I guess. It is a bit of a pain to try and track what they've got as far as treasures set aside in the current interface. I don't really know if there's a great way to do that, but she got 3 off again. Yeah, pretty good. Hey, this is nice. Getting the first platinum is so helpful because then future platinums are just a million times easier. So it doesn't look great for me, especially if this last card's a crypt. I would have, yeah, gosh, this is going to be rough. I don't know if he actually wants to place all of these, but most of them, certainly all the coppers and the platinum, because pull a platinum next turn. Maybe I might leave the gold in the deck. And he just did it all. which is okay, I guess. Probably fine. If you start with your dungeon in hand, that helps also. I don't know if he's had above average or just average results, but it seems like he's getting the dungeons off most turns, which is far from guaranteed. I may never buy a platinum. If he plays a dungeon, I'm gonna cry. Alright, he didn't that time. I mean, I'm almost certainly going to lose, but I do need to get a platinum. His deck, of course, will get a little bit worse now as some of these crypts come off, or as more of the crypts come off. It is really obnoxious that you just can't get a good picture of what they're doing with the crypts. But okay. I can try dungeon, although I feel like it'll just never do anything for me, though it's not clear that the silver would either, to be honest. There must be a crypt down in the bottom here, but so pretty nice crypt. I can buy a colony here, though it'll find my first one when he already has probably 4. Okay, just 3. It's not so great. He can probably switch to provinces, to be honest. But platinum is fine too. Yeah, it's just not gonna work. Getting the first platinum is a pretty big deal. I mean, maybe I held off on the crypt too long. I don't know. There's a few, I mean, kind of the sequence of shuffles impacts how this goes down a lot, so it's not immediately obvious to me how you're supposed to play this stuff. But if he plays a crypt now, yeah, I can resign. I mean, I could have resigned a long time ago, but I failed to. So that's the first one to Marcus. And now I just need to fix the player order. I think he went first there, so. Well, no draw, bit of a mess. No villages. Another colony game. So maybe Crypt is okay again. It's a bit of a... The only way to kind of increase your hand size... I mean, on the last game you could use cultist in dungeon to sort of filter your hand to being treasures to make your crypts work. And the only thing you can do here on that front is vault, right? You also may lose several coppers to curses, though you can clean that up, so it's not maybe a huge deal. I guess I'm gonna open Swindler Remake. I don't actually have a particularly high confidence in doing the Swindler versus a Silver, but this was looking really bad so far as the reshuffle goes. At this point I'd prefer it, I suppose, if the Swindler missed. So he goes with the Silver, which is fine. Well, or the Remake. I guess to me it's not clear if not very good Remake draw. I'm gonna buy Crypt now, I guess, already, and hope to get lucky with these shuffles. So he goes for a wedding, which is interesting. I guess I better give him a rats, right? Maybe that unlocks a rats triumph, big finish for him or something. Beats me. I could get a gold. This is looking better, since the Crypt is going to have at least 3 coppers with it, unless it's bottom decked. You can't really do a big rats triumph thing, by the way. I mean, I guess you can, but I don't think it's enough points to do anything for you. Yeah. Okay, so I hit the Crypt mother load, so to speak. It's certainly possible to get some value out of the rats, though hopefully not too much. I will need to get some golds to ratchet up to a platinum. Okay, so let's see here. I guess 4 isn't... I suppose 4 lets me wedding. I can actually calculate this. So the next hand has... like a couple silvers, a swindler, and a copper. Copper, silver, swindler, copper, crypt. So that's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could just buy a platinum next turn. If I don't take the copper now. Which is probably better than a if I don't take the silver now, which is probably better than a wedding. So let's do that. I think I have recalled how this works correctly, but I'm not sure which is worse, Oasis or Farmer's Market. I'm gonna go with Oasis. Really, I had very, very, very good luck with the Crypts. I guess I just need a copper here. I can buy another platinum. So I'm gonna get $3 here. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I want another platinum? I should just be greening now. He's embraced the rats. I had good swindler luck. I still haven't hit a rats off this swindler. I don't need to play the swindler either here, so I may just not play it. At this point, I don't know. He's got 7 rats. I think it's as likely to help him as hurt him. My Crypt hid this time, though probably it's okay. I think, well, what would be bad is if the Crypts collide, which is only there's not a very good odds of that happening. But I can't decide if a wedding is worth it, but I'm gonna try it. The Crypts did collide. Which sucks, but I get to put a platinum aside here, so it's alright. I'm still in pretty good shape. He's still got a deck with 8 rats in it. He's got a lot of wedding stuff. I can just take the copper here. 6. I do have to play the swindler. This looks mostly over. I'll be at my 4th colony. It makes a real difference if you hit a nice crypt turn early enough. I mean, it's a lot like getting a big trash or something. Like, it's like getting an early forge or something. Having a really nice trash. This is a pretty good crypt. All right. I had quite nice swindler luck there. Actually, just like exceptionally good swindler luck and crypt luck. My first reshuffle wasn't great for remaking, but my second one was, so it didn't matter. Alright, we have keep now. You can do a couple things to boost your hand size for crypt here, which is enchantress and save. But there's also just trashing. There's also just treasure trashing. And there's rebuild as well. So the rebuild, I guess, is maybe, I don't really know for sure, but maybe it has some trouble with enchantress. And maybe it doesn't do quite so good on the... Well, we're going to be flooding with silver too. We got lucky coin. Maybe that... I'm not sure. Yeah, if I had a 3-4, I would also do that. I would go for a 5. So I'm not sure which 5 exactly. But I don't, so I can't, so whatever. In fact, I can't really use save to my advantage at all here. I mean, he could go for a mine or a crypt or a rebuild. I think I could just give up on the coppers or on the estates, I suppose. If you have enough it's all very interesting. He is going to go for the rebuilds. we'll see how this goes. Please find Enchantress. Did not happen. So I do want a forager. I still didn't find the Enchantress. That's not great. That's quite sad, actually. I'm hoping his silver coin stuff lucky coin, whatever it's called. I don't particularly care about the fool. I will be getting a Crypt or two. I do expect to win this lucky coin, this silver split, by the end of the game. He tossed his fool, that's nice. I would maybe expect him to buy an action here. Buy like an Oasis or something. Or his own Enchantress, that's fine. I already have a whole bunch of money here. This should tie us on a lucky coin. So I would like to get, maybe better to save a copper actually, just for Spice Merchant. I'm gonna buy a Crypt. I'm trying to think if I would rather save those silvers or a copper. I'm gonna draw 2 cards off Enchantress. I've only trashed 2 coppers, so it looks safe to save a silver. His famous last words or something. But my Enchantress does nothing there. That was not ideal. So this next hand's gonna have it's gonna be a very bad Crypt, basically. It's the way to look at it. A very, very bad Crypt. There is a copper in there. I think I'm gonna save copper this time. Maybe I ought to save a state. Well, yeah, that was a rotten draw. So I could save a state. The Enchantress missed, so not the worst thing ever. But pretty bad lucky coin, or pretty bad crypt. I could save the crypt. That's probably the thing to do, right? Get a third Enchantress for consistency purposes. That was quite the turn. Though I did maybe trigger not the best shuffle ever. You can save something. So, not the best Spice Merchant. I probably just won't play the Spice Merchant. Sun's Gift is really nice. For sure. Do I want to just keep playing this lucky coin over and over again? I guess there's not really a point to... Maybe I shouldn't have played the lucky coin this time. Maybe I should be buying provinces already. I could believe it. For sure. Do I want the gold? Do I want another crypt? Probably another crypt. Of course, he'll be able to draw. That's unfortunate that he's apparently... Jeez, how is he... I mean, he has 4 rebuilds, but still, that's just like a crazy nice draw. That's frustrating, but whatever. That's just incredibly frustrating. I wish I knew what the silver count was, because I'm pretty lost on that front. Or I'm pretty confused, I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. I can get pretty close to a double province at some point, probably. I don't know. So this is the whole deck. No coppers. So even like a double doesn't quite do anything for me. I can get to 13 here. I think 4, 10. That was just bad math. I can get to 11 here, which is not particularly worth much, I don't think. Well, I mean, I guess he got to, what does Moons get? Yeah, he did get to put a rebuild on top. Yeah, the Moon get, okay, so fair. One of these rebuilds was just placed on top. So that's not really so much luck. I mean, it's a kind of luck, but it's not so bizarre. I don't understand. I guess I have 3 of the keeps. Those are my points. He has the copper keep, and he has 4 provinces. See, he still has the silver one right now, I think. No, he doesn't have the silver one. He has the lucky coin one. He has to like get no points in the next couple turns. This is not gonna work. So somehow I'm gonna get really confused about how many of these cards I can draw. He can mill, yeah, it's not gonna happen. I have no idea what's on my crypts, of course. I don't know exactly how to go about Yeah, he would have to like have 0 nothing. That's just not in the cards. I guess if I could no reason to even entertain the thought. Oh geez, there's just too many things. Okay, well this one is fixed. Alright, so I got a silver for next turn. I got some other stuff for next turn. I gotta get to 13 here, right? I want a province duchy. And so I'm at 8. And I can trash an enchantress for 1, so that's 9. I can get a copper and I can trash a spice merchant, I guess. Well, it probably makes more sense to trash an enchantress. So I can get 8, 9. I can get to 14 and set aside something with save, which is probably good to do. So I guess I'll take the silver and the gold. He'll have a rebuild. And I'll cry. He'll probably have 2 rebuilds and I'll cry. Yeah, just... If he hadn't had the rebuild and he was just getting duchy, so if he had 3 less points, I guess, would I have made it? 1, 2, 3. I have 11 here already. I can get 13. Yeah, I would have made it too. Although I guess he could have bought gold for maybe a big enough swing. Maybe that's not true. Maybe I wouldn't have made it. Okay, so I have... And now the crypts are getting ugly. What can I do here? I didn't find an enchantress, so he's gonna just win immediately, right? I mean, all I can do is double touchy. I mean, I'm not gonna pull anything exciting off without the enchantress in play, so I don't know why I'm belaboring this. Eight, 11, 12. Well, I can maybe draw the enchantress, right? I can play the spice merchant for cards. It's not gonna like save me or anything, but I would have made it like super easily too. That's frustrating. Well, actually, I should save. I mean, I don't know why I'm undoing this. He surely has it in hand, but I should save the gold. I'll do it the smarter way. Okay. Well, now he can just gain an estate, so it doesn't help me. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense. He can always buy a gold to get 5 points. So I'm not going to catch him. I'm surprised he didn't take estate there, actually. Huh. So he's just opting, basically, well, this sucks. I think the estates or a gold is safer. I'm not sure exactly what his situation there is, but because I can pass him on the I can pass him on the silvers again. Well, okay, I messed this. I was thinking I could crypt anything I wanted, but I really am messing up those again. I mean, this is stupid. I keep hitting play all treasure. Okay, well then let's... I'm not thinking straight. I don't know. I like what I did better, actually. I think it would win more often than it loses. But it would be a thing you'd have to play out several times to figure out, so. But I actually do like what I mean, it's going to be close, of course. But I think maybe it has a slight edge there. Training on Storyteller is usually pretty good. I wouldn't be especially worried about Sea Hag here myself. I'm not sure though what to open. It's not clear to me anyway what to open. I do intend to build a little bit, although there's somewhat of a... There's enough attacks and stuff, I guess. Either you could maybe do... You don't have to build, I guess. I think I intend to, but... I'm not really sure about the silver opening, to be frank. I wish I'm not sure even with my double province in that last one if it would have been good enough, since he could just buy a gold at any point. I don't really care for cut purse. Though it's not like the worst thing ever. If he hits 7 here, I will cry. He did not, so I don't have to cry. You don't have to get a forge necessarily either, but he is on his way for sure. Since he's already got... Oh, he's going to cut burst me too, isn't he? Probably. Shoot, that's going to take away my 7. My beautiful, beautiful 7. Oh well. I'll just buy a storyteller. Oh no, he didn't get me. Shoot, this is bad draws. I've got 3 actions. Well, it's okay because I have a coin of the realm, but I got 3 actions in these bottom 6 here. I think I do. It's not that bad because I hit the coin, but I still am probably lost. Kind of hoping he's neglected economy a bit. Training is, of course, a kind of economy. But I hope the taxman does some things for me. Best thing ever would be to draw the storyteller now. Can't really expect that in general. This is a little bit sad. I think I'm going to hold off on the forge for now. He bought a crypt. He still doesn't have much money. I'm probably going to be sad because of Enchantress. I need more actions. Come on, please draw a storyteller, please. Please. I'm begging you. No. Why? Why, game, why? Now, gosh. That was like my one shot. If I could have drawn this storyteller there and actually drawn some cards and had a turn, then I might have had a chance, but I think I'm gonna be playing. I'll just be so far behind unless here I have another storyteller on top of the deck, and I'll still probably be totally sunk. Did he buy when did he buy a forge? Did I just... I'm so confused. There, he played a Crypt and bought a forge. Yeah, now I'm totally sunk. There's no... Well, that did happen, so I can play the turn out at least. Not that it really helps, but yeah, he's clean, right? He's clean, and I've got nothing. This hand sucks again. Sad times. And I'm cut purse too. That's just insult to injury. The taxman's in the bottom here, so I can play that. Again, if I have top decked a storyteller in this shuffle, I have a taxman in here, so I'll get to draw one more card after the enchantress. If I top deck a storyteller there, then in theory the turn could still be okay-ish, because I would draw quite a bit of cards off the gold, but it's doubtful that that's going to cut it, really. I do keep getting quite fortunate in that respect. Kind of absurdly lucky in that respect. So I'm not, maybe, I wonder, what to buy. If I ought to keep the coppers around or dump them here. I mean, I can upgrade them into better things some, so. A crypt would be okay-ish. The only thing I have going for me and I really mean the only thing, is this taxman, which gives me a little bit more flexibility with massaging treasures into the right price point so that I can forge what I want to forge. But it's very marginal of a potential advantage. I guess I'm going to play the Enchantress since I have an extra copy of those. There we go. Okay, so this is pretty nice. So, not really nice enough. I did not hit the enchantress. Well, I should be fine still, but what to set aside? I can, again, I can play this enchantress, enchanted. Probably want to be forging stuff for, I might have needed to call, well, I can make one with Taxman. It's not a huge deal. We're probably going to want to actually forge for a province this turn. He'll lower it to 4. Well, he might lower it to 4. He might forge for a province this turn too. I need to call some coins this time. But yeah, so unfortunately, well, I don't know what things he has. I guess whether he can forge for a province and buy a province. I don't know. We're about to find out, though. Okay, well, the answer is he can't, which is very good. So I can I can double province here, I believe. Well, you know, I may be speaking prematurely, but so yeah, we're gonna want to call some of the coins off now. Well, one of them at least. So 8 overdraws, which is probably fine. I don't know what I have left in here. There's a taxman. I wish I had called a coin last turn, but so I can overdraw, I can the problem is if the taxman is the last card, then I can't probably do what I need to do. I may not have enough money this way, though. No, I just don't have enough money, period. I didn't know I still had 2 enchantresses. I guess that was a given since I didn't play one last turn. Yeah, this is just not going to work. I badly overestimated what my deck was capable of. I can gain a silver on top here. I mean, as is, I can't can't hardly do anything. Like, I can't play the... I guess I just threw too much stuff on the mat. I don't know if it's good or not to have have another coin out. Which would give me a Taxman coin province option. I think I'll try it. Yeah, this is a mess. I'm probably missing something obvious, but I could rebuy the storyteller, I guess. What did he do last time? He just trashed a copper. This is going to be a bit of a pain in the end. Maybe more than a bit of a pain. Who went first? Man, and I went first too. That sucks. Probably no, I don't know. I'm at a loss. Well, he's not doing anything tricky this turn, I guess. As far as gains. Of course, neither am I. Cup purse has been pretty good. I mean, I just have to play for a dud, right? Which doesn't really make sense. Given the decks, but I killed one of the enchantresses, so it's just not, well, I mean, yeah, I play for a dud, right? Because otherwise he can buy province and mill province next turn, and that's as good as winning. Like what if I double Dutchy? I guess I could double Dutchy. I still have my dilemma here is that I can't play the Enchantress basically. So I need to play the Forge probably. Double Dutchy still just looks like I lose the long game. Single province is basically a hope that he doesn't draw. Double Dutchy is a hope that he goes for it or something and then I do draw. I don't know that my deck's any better for Dutchy dancing particularly. Whatever, we'll do the Dutchy dance, I guess. Like I can double Forge, that's just gonna lose. I mean, sorry, double province. Well, I can't actually double province. You get the idea. I can't even play the Taxman. Can I? I guess I can. I can play the Taxman. I can top deck a silver, I guess. Which was probably actually worse than not, but do I want to lose this coin? I think probably not. I don't know how valuable it is as a I don't know how many coins on the mat. Well, I probably need a coin on the mat, right? Well, this is a good opening hand, I suppose. I mean, if he can just like straight double province here, then, you know, I just lose. And I guess province Dutchy is pretty similar. So maybe I ought to have played the Enchantress and gone for a dud. Just bought a province. Several turns till my Crypt comes back. I guess his Crypt is already in the deck. Yeah, his Crypt is in the deck, which is actually quite nice for forged targets. So he's just buying a duchy. That's fine, really. So I can probably... No, I probably can't. I was going to say that I could probably do a real double province, but that's not true. I'm probably double duchy again. Was that Crypt automatic? I don't... Like, can I see what's on my Crypt? I think it was 3 coppers, but geez, that's incredibly obnoxious. Okay, I think it was 3 coppers, but now I'm just not gonna see anymore because it's gonna happen automatically, because they're all coppers. So is there? I don't know. I don't think there's a way for me to actually see what's going on. Alright, well I didn't find the tax man, so that point is a bit moot. I cannot double duchy. That's not true. I can, though it would require me to not play an enchantress again, which makes my deck just so incredibly inconsistent, which it already is. I don't think I can afford not to. I can't even buy a province, right? So it doesn't really matter. Did I want to? Well, I can just put one back on. It doesn't make a difference. There's not anything profitable to be done here, right? Do I only have 1 enchantress? No, I have 2 still. His Crypt's back in the deck, so I suppose he can, if he draws, he probably can just, I don't know, maybe he can get double province, just normal double province. Though I guess I don't know exactly what he'd have to do to... Whether he has exactly the money to do that or not, I don't know. Of course, my deck is just getting worse and worse each turn. So I don't exactly have good odds of doing anything really on a given turn. It's been a miracle that it's drawn so far. My deck. So I assume the Crypt and something are going into a province now. Yeah. Oh no, just a duchy. Okay. I guess he didn't quite have the money to do it. Okay, so there are 2 coppers. He didn't enchant me, so that helps. I suppose I just buy a duchy. The question is whether I want to top deck a gold or get them additional money into my deck by tax manning a silver. I get my Crypt back, so that's something. Man, that is yeah, he's gonna draw with that, but I guess we'll make him actually do it. Like, he's already gonna see 3 cards off the first storyteller, at least 3 cards. Yeah, I mean, he's just gotta find a forge, because I can't. He's just gotta find the forge, right? So. Without the Enchantress down. Well, did I have the Enchantress down last turn? Yeah. But I didn't shuffle, so I wasn't. Maybe I had already shuffled. Yeah, I had already shuffled, so in theory, I guess maybe with a perfect draw, if I had found a storyteller, it could have done something, but no dice. Alright. Okay, well, I guess it's not fully over, so. I just have to double duchy here. Single duchy would be nice. So I have no. That looks like about it. I mean, maybe my opening was really bad. I could believe that for sure. I'm not certain on the rest of it. I think it's him now. Yeah. There's definitely a number of ways you can try to get to the $5 cards, and maybe Taxman is just exceptionally slow at getting there. Certainly it was nice to have the training on the storytellers. I just had such low volume hands for the first few turns. Oh well. It was it was an interesting board. Well, geez. This is this is something, I guess, is one way of putting it. I suppose I'm going to open Oracle Potion. I don't know that people will want to buy Crypt Hero, though, maybe. Doesn't have to be Oracle. Could just be, I mean, you can open Candlestick Maker Potion. You can try and play without the pool, I guess. I mean, you can, well, if you have a 5-2, you can do that. You can try, that seems a little tough. Crypt might be nice for getting the King's Court and the bridge together, to be honest. There's a real possibility there. So, Candlestick Maker is going to be pretty nice for trying to eventually get to 7 if you can store up some tokens. Oracle, of course, will just be nice for the attack and cycling. We'll try the Oracle opening, but I don't have any real confidence in that. He'll probably go ship me immediately, yeah. That's sort of the way these things go. That's going to slow me down a lot. The ghost ship is going to be simply brutal. It's going to be really hard to get a decent Crypt, actually. So Potion and Oracle miss. Though, of course, the shuffles are kind of wonky due to the ghost ship. Do I want to buy another Candlestick Maker? I'm going to go with no. He is moving along. I can try the Crypt. There's just a very good chance that it is complete garbage for you, I would think. And my potion's bottom deck, so the only way to buy Scryingful this turn is to make him miss a shuffle. So I guess that's what I'm doing. This is awful. I can't possibly win this one. It's just fully resignable, but I guess I know the Crypt is in this next hand, so should go like that. Oh man. I don't even know if I can afford another Candlestick Maker here. I mean, if the deck can afford to have one. They're so bad right now. A very good Crypt unless he finds his ghost ship again. I suppose I can probably... I could take another Crypt. What in the world? That's just the worst. Can't. That draw is insane. It's just nuts. He'll be able to afford a king's court here. For sure. I think. I mean, not totally for sure, but yeah, he can't even king's court pool, right? Yeah. No, there's just no way. Now these are pretty nice draws for me, or okay anyway. Are pretty very good. See, now I had ridiculous draws, although I had more coppers on the mat. Or on the whatever it's called. Now it's just this fun game of who lines king's courts up with stuff. I'm not really totally lost when I said that it was hyperbole. But. So, Oraclers, I don't really need a second bridge now, right? So I am very lucky here. That's a nice draw for him. As long as he doesn't swing around and find that king's court. Oh, he just kept that. See if he plays the ghost ship or not. If he plays the ghost ship, I might. What I can't decide here is whether I want to king the bridge or king the scrying pool. I guess it's gotta be the bridge, right? I mean, maybe that's wrong, but I think there are a lot of scrying pools in this next hand. So hitting king is going to be hard to do unless you get very lucky, which could happen. There's a limit to how many of these oracles I really want to take. There's a limit to how many of all of these actions I want to take, to be honest. And I may be going too far on some of them. That's really sad that I didn't get into this section of the, this doesn't hurt me particularly, but pretty sad that I didn't get into this section of the deck when I was on my last turn there. But, so what does he do? He just does nothing. Okay. I guess he can keep that. Alright, so this has got to go like this. We know his first pool won't draw at least. I might have king pool in there. That's a given. The question is whether I want to go up to an oracle or not. I'm gonna say yes, though I'm not really very confident of that. It's hard to play these messy decks. I guess he's got Ghost Ship. No, he doesn't have anything. Wow. He's drawing badly now, for sure. I suppose. I mean, I'm not gonna get to King King this way. That was a good one. Let's play the Oracle now. We'll make him discard that. I need King King, so... But that alone is sufficient, right? So I should dig for that with the oracles too first. I'm probably gonna get there. Okay. Well, I got lucky there. And I bellyached it. I guess the key is to bellyache at the beginning or something. I bellyached. I thought I was lost, but it did not prove to be true. Which I should have known, because, I mean, the decks were just super messy. So it was always going to be a real crapshoot. So, I can do a Crypt opening. That's a joke. Wow, there's Warehouse Tunnel. That's kind of sometimes a thing. Also, there's this Aqueduct supports it, I suppose. There's nothing else to do here. The Bane is Young Witch. I mean, the Bane is Warehouse. So, I'm not thrilled with the 5-2, though it's okay. Band of Misfits is pretty nice. Actually, Band of Misfits is really nice. It just has some challenges with the, well, it's not a Bane, basically, is its challenge. Well, I think that's gotta be the thing you do. I don't get to buy a... Oh, he had the 5-2 as well. Alright, well that's nice. So... first things first, buy another young witch or buy a tunnel. Or buy a warehouse. So if my band isn't missing a shuffle, I'm going to trigger a shuffle. Well, no, I'll probably just do remodel if my band doesn't miss or dismantle. Probably remodel, actually. So let's go with the young witch. My band of misfits did miss, so I'll buy a tunnel here. I think well, I sure would have liked to remodel the estate into a tunnel. That would have been pretty cool. But that's okay. That's all right. I guess he has a similar dilemma. Hey, his band didn't miss though, so that's nice for him. I suppose I'll play his tunnel here, or his warehouse here. On the chance I draw the young witch. I might have thought about, I don't really like the ghost towns. I might have thought about doing the remodel there as him. Look at that 3-point tunnel. OP. I do need to get more warehouses. I have too many tunnels right now, I guess. It's always pretty tempting to now, there are some points where you might want to buy a ghost town. For sure. Like in this next hand, I can make my I can play this guy non-terminally then as young witch. I don't know, is he ever gonna buy tunnels? I have to assume at some point you want them, but I'm definitely getting beat up on the curses a little bit. But not so bad that I can't deal with it. I mean, actually not really that bad at all. I guess I'll get another band of misfits here. He's really committed to this ghost town thing. Actually, I'm not sure that another band of misfits is better than just a warehouse. This is a nice shuffle to trigger. A lot of junk here. I think the ghost towns are okay, but now I really actually I don't. I mean, is he gonna do werewolves eventually? Is that his plan? To build like a draw engine? I must admit I do not quite follow it. So that didn't work out at all, but I may take a couple more curses here. I can live with a 6-4 split. We can buy duchies or something. Now he's getting a tunnel. So those went 6-4, I believe. I think I have a warehouse in this last card. I'm going to get a very nice aqueduct. On probably a province. I think I'll buy another band here. The bands can be remodels, which are quite nice. I have enough goals that should do a lot of good work. He can wedding all he wants, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, every band I'll use as a remodel if there's gold, and we'll just move on through. It's not like he's gonna be able to string together a draw engine or anything. I mean, I'll buy a wedding, I guess, here with 7. I'm not sure that's right, but so he gets a province there. This is pretty bad luck, to be honest. This is actually quite rotten. So I suppose I have hands with a lot of golds coming up. Maybe. I'm trying to think if I want to remodel this thing into. Oh, I can dismantle it. Yeah, that'll be pretty good. I suppose I can get a ghost town or a warehouse or a tunnel. Kind of like a ghost town. Yeah, this was bad clumping, though. What can you do? I don't have any control over it. Probably I'll draw a fourth one. Yeah, that's about what I expected. I mean, I still feel fine, but it's a little unfortunate. To draw a hand of 4 golds. From here on, we got a green, pretty much. So... this turn will suck. This is pretty frustrating, to be honest. I feel like I got shafted in that one shuffle, and that he's now drawing like exactly 8 over and over again, and probably has bandwidth. And I can't find provinces to save my life, or I can't pair gold remodel to save my life. And he'd probably double province this turn. I guess I'd take a tie. He's gonna get a tunnel, I guess. No, okay. Can I afford to buy a I mean, I guess I have to. Well, I think it would be hard for him to double province since he played his werewolf that turn. Now I'm good, but... well, I'm good if he doesn't win this turn. Which seems like it would just be super hard to do. I'm surprised he didn't take points off this dismantle, to be honest. Hopefully he doesn't have a win. I mean, he could have 2 bands, I guess, with golds for remodel stuff. Maybe that's not actually possible given his deck, but... Alright, well, we managed to squeak out a tie. Barely. That was kind of scary. I do think you want to get the tunnels at the start there. But it's interesting. It ended up very close. That one reshuffle for me is very bad, though. That kind of stuff can happen when the deck is messy. I'm not sure. Anyway, those are some interesting games, I think, and hope you enjoyed it. Not sure I played them all that well, but they were okay. So anyway, thank you for watching. See y'all later.